You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, Don on the beat.
I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I got
so many ups.
so many y'all.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
I see the smart people in the chat caught on. They said this is a rerun from Tuesday. Way to go, Joe. Way to go. You caught on. Soonie fucked up. She, you put her in charge one time or something.
I've never muted Mo on this show, but today I did.
You better unmute me. See, this thing tells me Mo's mic was muted. That's what it said. I was like, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Big Booty Judy, what's up?
Cutie, big booty Judy. What? Big cutie, big booty Judy. Big booty, big cutie, big booty Judy. Stop! I wanna see you move it. Yeah. Big booty Judy. Big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty.
Big booty Judy.
Big Booty Judy. What up, everybody? How's everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hola, hola. Make sure you guys like this video. Share this video. We had some issues last week with our stream. It was really weird.
We had issues with the stream. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, we did.
Yeah, we had some weird issues. So let us know if y'all are seeing any issues tonight. I hope not.
Yeah, it wasn't streaming on one. I think on our other YouTube.
Hey, Mo and Soonie. Candace Owens was in the chat of her premieres today and last Friday. She's in the chat. She does that a little bit. She does that quite often. But we're here. This is the Monique and Soonie show, not the Candace Owens show. Dang, Soonie's frozen. Oh, she ain't frozen. She does that. Soonie was giving that look like, JC, you think I give a damn about what Candace Owens doing?
He was here. I'm like,
She said, you think I give a damn about what Candace Owens does in her life? Oh, man.
oh, let me stop. Listen, I'm being
Yeah.
nice today. It's June. It's my favorite month of the year, right? Because this is when all my content goes crazy.
It's Juneteenth. That's why it's your favorite month.
I know, because I'm black. And this is a month we take the rainbow back because it's about promise, not pride. We're always going to exalt the Most High here, which is why it's also my favorite month, because I get to go in on the degenerates of society without being called out for division. I notice people don't tell me I'm being divisive when I do it during Pride Month. So maybe I need to continue that trend. Maybe.
So you get to take the month back. Is that what you said?
Yes, absolutely. I believe Christians should definitely take this month back and send them back to the pits of hell. From
Yeah.
whence they
We're going to give you guys an assignment because we're trying to get Chad Jackson on the show, but he did an interesting show on is Black culture gay? And we wanted to have him on the show to talk about that. So your homework assignment is, after you watch this show, go watch that one.
go watch it.
Yeah. So you guys can know what's going on.
Watch it.
Watch
Watch
it.
it.
We were just talking about that yesterday because I was like, man, what's been going on with Steven Crowder? We haven't heard anything about him and his wife's situation.
No. I think that he didn't get the what do you call them? When they like seal something, I don't think he was able to unseal certain things because I know they are in a legal battle with their divorce and custody. So maybe when all the dust is settled, Steven will come out and
Spill
like
all
put
the tea.
people in their place. Yeah. I don't know. It's not me, but for some reason this feels so personal to me because it's someone's marriage. Like I watched an entire group of people like publicly discuss someone's marriage 3 minutes out of how many years. And I think he is definitely owed some sort of revenge, bro. This This is how women think. I'm
Mhm.
like plotting his revenge for him, and it ain't even happened yet.
Do you think he's gonna get it though? Because I'm willing to bet, no matter what the truth is, it's always gonna side with the woman. You know what I mean? We've seen this play out before.
You know what? Sure, society. I'll agree with you, right?
Mhm.
Women are always right in society, but
Mhm.
social media, influencers, live podcasts, shows like ours do provide a different
Truth.
opinion where
Yeah.
exactly it's subjective.
Yeah.
Men aren't always the aggressors in situations. Women do
Mhm.
things that are very
Mhm.
catty. It may not be violent. I think that's another reason why women get away with stuff because
Yeah.
we don't necessarily act out in violence, but more so like emotional manipulation type of thing or like
Mhm.
character assassination, which in my opinion is like equal. I think it's equal.
Yeah. I think it's worse. I
You think it's
think,
worse?
yeah, I mean, like even like when you hear about like abusive situations, like where there's abuse
Yeah.
going on, I this may sound bad, but I think emotional abuse
Mhm.
is worse than physical abuse because I think physical abuse, while it can cause emotional damage, you can heal from the physical abuse. But when somebody like mentally just
Mhm.
fucks with you, to like to heal, like I see people never healing from that. Like some people just never heal from that, and it's not just like in a man woman relationship, but like
Yeah,
mothers, daughters,
in general.
there's whatever the relationship is. When you are mentally destroyed,
Mhm.
the chances of you coming back from that 100%.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I kind of agree with you and then
Mhm.
I kind of don't. It's weird.
You think it can
See,
happen.
now I'm using my anecdotal. I'm not supposed to do that.
Right? You're being like me.
I am being like you.
See, it does apply sometimes, right?
Well, no, because it's still my personal story and I do think you're right. I don't think a lot of people have the mental fortitude and like the will
Mhm.
to want to change things. I think a lot of people are okay with being where they are because I used to be
Yeah.
okay with it. It's just
Yeah.
like it is what it is. It just is what it is. There's no point in changing it until you
Yeah.
do change it and it actually feels good.
Okay, but
It feels great.
here's something to think about though.
Mhm,
There's a difference between healing from the situation itself, right?
mhm.
Like you healed, let's say there's like you have a bad situation with a sibling or something like that. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that's your situation. I know what your situation you're talking about,
yeah.
but for discussion's sake, you have a bad relationship with your sibling. Maybe there is sexual abuse, right? You have a
Mhm,
sibling that sexually abuses you. And you say, "Okay, I've gotten to a place in my life now where I'm going to forgive that person, right? I'm
mhm,
going to move on. I'm going to forgive that person." I think that there's still damage, like in the way that your day to day life carries on from that
mhm.
situation. Whether
Yeah,
it's, you know what I mean? Like you're not even,
yeah.
like you may not even put that together with that situation, but like
It's always there. It's like a
it's always
residual thing.
there.
I agree with
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
I do agree
You're
with you.
probably the exception more than you are.
I don't think I am though.
Um,
I think I am and my husband has helped me with this a lot. You have to look at yourself and like check yourself first before you can
mhm,
check anything else. Like when you lash out, right? And then you blame someone else for the lash out, it removes responsibility from you.
mhm,
So I look at these situations, like I can feel things come up in me when I get frustrated.
right.
And that's that PTSD that we're all talking about here.
Yeah.
Um, but the difference is I am learning to just sit and think for a second instead of react.
Mm,
That's one thing I'm learning.
mm. That's
Transparent
hard.
moment. It is hard because you want to react on your feelings because you're in that moment. You feel very justified in
For
whatever
sure.
you're upset about. And anybody telling you something different feels like a slight. It's like you're minimizing something here, but I have to just sit down and be like, actually, maybe they're not. Just chill.
Mhm,
Just chill. You don't always have to fight a
mhm.
battle. Not everything is a moment for you to get defensive.
I'm a big reactor.
You are?
Yeah, because I'm an emotional person. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So the minute you hit me in my feels, I'm
Yeah.
reacting. Now, if it's not me that you're coming at and I'm like witnessing a different situation, it's easy for me to be like, now, Soonie, calm down and let's just look at this objectively. But if it's me, oh
Yeah.
no, I'm going crazy. I'm reacting.
I've had to you know what? It's been working. It's been our job, right? Commentary and marriage that have taught me to just like relax. It's okay. These people are going to have their opinions, are going to have their thoughts. There's nothing I can do to change it. And I'm not going to waste time freaking out about it. Now, I'm good. Of course, I'm calling my bestie and we're about to chop it up and be like, bro, did you hear this? But I go to bed at the end of the day and I'm just like, whatever. We had a whole conversation the other day off camera where she'd ask me, what does this mean? It was a post I put up. And I told her, and she was like, bro, I've been telling you this for how long? Oh, yeah. It's one of those moments where I have to sit and reflect on it myself. Now, I didn't lash out and be like, you're saying this to me. I received what you said and I marinated on it. And she was right. She was right.
Yeah. Yeah. Finally, I'm right. Finally.
You have lots of moments where you're right.
Well, thank you for admitting that. I appreciate it. Funny story, guys, really quick. And I told this to Soonie earlier, but you guys are probably going to get an update probably by not on Tuesday, because this is Wednesday that I'm going to be attending this situation. So you know me in sports, like I don't know what the fuck's going on ever. So
this is a funny story, y'all.
These ladies that I hang with, mind you, they're 50 and over, okay? But they are a wild group of gals, okay? They're wild. They love to go out and have drinks and have dinner and blah, blah, blah. Like they're even wanting to like plan, trips to the strip club. And I'm just like, no. They're wild, okay? And so a couple months back, one of the girls was like, we should go to a basketball game. And I was like, ooh, I like basketball players. So I was like, you guys, sorry for my my hacking. I have allergies. Anyways, so I was like, ooh, I like basketball players. Count me in for the basketball game, right? So we get the tickets for the basketball game and it's approaching. It's this Wednesday. So I'm talking to my friend P on the phone, who is an athlete. And I was like all proud to tell him that I was going to a basketball game. I was like, guess what, P? I'm going to a basketball game. And he was like kind of silent for a second. And he was like, huh. And I was like, why do you say like that? And he said, Mo, I hate to tell you this, but the basketball season's over. And I was like, no, P, we have tickets for Wednesday. And he was like, no, you don't have tickets to no basketball. He's like, unless it's some like local, like D League, I don't know what. And then he was quiet and he goes, oh, you're going to a WNBA game. And I was like, what? I'm going to watch women's basketball. And he was like, yep. He was cracking up, right? Well, this is the kicker. The team that is playing the Dallas Wings, I think is our Dallas female team, is none other than Brittany Griner's basketball team. You guys, I am going to be at a game with Brittany basing her voice, Griner. Y'all, listen, I'm going to document as much as I can. And if she does not stand up for this national anthem and do this, you're going to hear Mo being like, Brittany. I'm going to act so crazy.
Yo.
Yeah. But what I'm most upset about is I had this totally cute outfit picked out with like a little Dallas Mavericks like crop top hoodie. And now my whole outfit is blown.
Such a girl. Such a girl, dude.
Yeah.
I even sat on the phone like,
rolling her
game
eyes.
Are you going to?
She was rolling her eyes. Yeah.
Look, hold on. See, I'm about to do what Mo does.
Yeah.
Why did Mo get a bunch of caps and I got what up, Soonie? What's up with that?
Lowe's is in here. He said peaches.
But wait, I got what up, Soonie?
Loza.
Anyways, can we get into these topics of the show? I'm not your friend anymore.
Loza, if you want to join our StreamYard really quick.
Oh, now she wants you to join.
Yeah, because dude, every time I try to talk to Loza, he's either going to sleep or you're asleep and we can't all talk together. Loza just came out with a song today.
Peaches.
I
don't care about the song now. You said peaches in all caps.
He can come in on here and tell you why he calls me Peaches.
Anyways, While Sean Loza Alexander debates whether he's going to come on or not, you guys want to hear some of the topics we have? We have some really cool topics.
Yes.
Some really cool ones.
Yes.
We're going to be talking about Andrew Tate's return to legacy media, which I'm excited about to talk about because that was a shit show. Little Mermaid, but we're going to give an update, not what you think the update should be, which is the movie was absolutely horrible. It was woke. People are now freaking out because her hair extensions apparently cost way too much, but Mo says they don't really cost way too much. We're going to get into that. God, people are putting peaches in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag peaches.
A high school sex ed teacher does something very cringe. We're going to be giving some debt ceiling updates. Trump and Kayleigh McEnany and some other things that I'm not going to tell you guys. I'm going to do a blind reaction with everyone here. We're going to be reacting to a few videos that I saw. These are some cool topics.
People seem to know what peaches means.
Do they?
Yeah. I could stand up and show you. No, just joking. See, look,
pause. No.
He said, I'm going to text you. Got to do a couple things. Some beats to make, but I want to get on the show soon. Why don't you just come on here just to say hello and then you could go make some beats? Stop being shady.
Thank you, Holly. See, Holly loves me. She put all caps. Look at that.
Big booty Judy. Oh, he called Birdman said Big Booty Judy. That's why.
You took the motherfucking wins out her sales. She said, up. Ah, Jesus, help me.
Soonie loves seeing my booty.
Debauchery.
She loves seeing my booty. I had to show it. Hopefully Loza saw it. Maybe that'll entice Loza to come up on here. I would only do.
You want to get into first?
I would only do that.
We need to erase that moment.
Okay. What do you think? What do the people want to see us talk about? For I think
What
they
do
missed
the
everything.
people want?
They were blinded by my booty. Okay, so we're talking about Kayleigh McEnany,
We're talking about Kayleigh, yeah.
Trump and DeSantis, Jamie
Yeah.
Foxx, Little
Yes.
Mermaid,
Yes.
and what was the other ones?
Did you say Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate. That's right.
Andrew Tate, the debt ceiling, the high school teacher who did some very cringe stuff that you mentioned. That was
That's right.
freaking cringe.
Yes.
And some surprise reactions we're going to be getting into. What do you guys want? We got a milquetoast in the chat. I like that. I like that. While they vote, since you're on Truth Social, can you pull up the actual Truth tweet that Trump put out?
Yeah. I actually have an image of it. Let me just send it to her.
You guys
to
want to hear
our
about
everybody.
milquetoast?
Can anybody
Milquetoast.
tell me why milk toast? Okay, like that is like,
Should we go to the Urban Dictionary?
Yeah,
I think
let's
we
look up
should go
milquetoast.
check out the Urban Dictionary.
is
What
that a
milquetoast?
street? Is that a street term?
Probably. That's you know Trump is the first real black president. I don't know if y'all knew that. Trump is like the first real black president.
You know, for some reason, I just don't picture like people in the hood being like, "Yo, what up, milk toast?" Like, I don't see that as like an urban.
Stop it.
I don't see that as like an urban diss, though.
All right, so Trump, of course, this is what I mean. Trump is black. Can't even spell it right. Let's get to the definition. I'm going to pull it up right here on the screen with us. Milk toast. Let's listen to how it's pronunciated.
Milk toast.
Milk toast. So he wrote it how it's pronounced, and it's a timid, meek, unassertive person. So pretty much what he called her on the low was like, "Shut up, you little punk."
Shut
You
up,
didn't
you
say
little
what I
punk.
wanted you to say. Yeah, that's what he told her.
Shut up, you
Milk
little punk.
toast, everybody. Milk toast. It's an adjective. Can also be a noun because it can be. Well, how is it a noun? What is milk toast?
It's a
It's a person, place, or a thing. But
Yeah,
it says
my
noun.
understanding is it's a dish. It's like a dessert or something.
Well, how come that don't say that up here on this definition now?
Because you look at in the Urban
Merriam-Webster.
Dictionary.
This is Merriam-Webster.
Oh, there's no
It
other
says
secondary?
lacking in character or vigor. I don't see how this is a noun. What are you describing? Oh, an unassertive person. Okay. Never mind.
Okay, this is why. Because if that's what he meant to say, what the fuck is milk with toast? Yeah, what is milk with toast? He wrote.
Oh my God.
Listen, he wrote. Let me just show you the tweet, okay? Or
Why
the
did you just pronounce it like that?
It says milk with toast.
That says milk.
Soonie, that does not say milk. Okay, don't even get me started right now. Don't even get me started.
That says milk.
Okay, so I'm taking over. So here it is right here. Kaylee, and see how he spelled it? Milk toast. McEnany. That's why we're confused, because now while I'm reading this, look up milk toast, okay?
I
So
did.
Kaylee Milquetoast McEnany just gave out the wrong poll numbers on Fox News. I'm 34 points up on DeSantis, not 25 up. While 25 is great, it's not 34. She knew the number was correct upwards by the group that did the poll. The rhinos and globalists can have her. Send her to the streets, he said. Fox News should only use real stars.
Yeah, so that goes along with say it again.
Milk with toast.
Yeah.
But
A
look up
timid meek.
milk.
That I did.
That's not what you typed in. That's
Yes, I did. Do you not see that? It says milk toast definition, and this is what comes up, ma'am. Trump wrote it how he heard it in his head. That's not what he meant to write. This milk toast is the same thing as milk toast.
right there.
lacking
If you not
bulk.
look at it, says hot, usually buttered toast served in hot milk and sweetened
Bruh.
with sugar. That's disgusting. Isn't that basically what's that? French toast?
No, French toast is not in milk.
Yes, it is. You put it in milk, an egg,
Who
don't you?
the fuck puts milk in French toast?
You mix egg with milk, and that's how you make French toast.
No.
Yes, you
don't.
do. All please, people, back me up.
I have never done that ever in life.
Y'all better back me up, or I'm not talking anymore. Tell me what. Look up right now a French toast recipe.
I don't need a recipe. I don't put no milk on my French toast.
Dude, I kid you not. You beat eggs with milk and cinnamon, and then you put the toast in there, and then you.
I don't know about this.
See? Thank you, Rose. Yes, you do. Yes, you soak it in milk. My mom was awful at making French toast when I was a kid, so I don't fuck with it. Okay. Put milk and egg, but very little. Exactly.
Just whipped eggs. Thank you, Judy.
Okay, one
Thank
person.
you, Judy.
One
Who
person.
the fuck puts milk in their freaking French
I'm
toast?
telling
Ugh.
you. No, you put milk.
Look, Trump called her milk toast because she lacked character. Apparently, her amazing 3 years of being his what do you call it? Press secretary. Okay, the fact that she brought high ratings in for Fox and for you, Trump, you're lying. You're lying. You're
Thank you,
bitter because she did something that you didn't like, which was give you honest criticism. Very honest criticism. I'm going to pull that article up too. I think I have it. You put it in our chat.
Yeah, I'm also gonna pull up a video. Because I want to show this also.
Video.
Okay, so okay, let me do mine first since I'm ready and you're not. Milk toast McEnany. Can we make a shirt that says milk toast and just get ahead of the game?
You make it.
God, you don't have to say it like that. All right. So this is an interview from 2015 on CNN with Kaylee Milquetoast McEnany. Prior to her
Alleged diss.
this is a diss before she got the job as his press secretary. But what's amazing to me is after she said this, he not only offered her the job, but she accepted it. So let's take a listen.
Absolutely.
New Hampshire right now? Probably very sick, especially when they see that Donald Trump is #2 and doesn't deserve to be there.
Okay,
Look,
what do you think of the Trump excitement? What do you chalk that up?
I appreciate his boldness, and I think some of his rhetoric got the base excited, but it is not welcome rhetoric. Look, the GOP doesn't need to be turning away voters and isolating them. We need to be bringing them into the tent. Donald Trump is the last person who's going to.
So she said at the end of that, he's the last person that's going to do that.
But everyone had that opinion in 2015.
Of course. I'm just saying, she said that about him prior to her working, and he still offered her a job. So what's wrong with the little milquetoast diss? You know what I mean?
A lot.
I'm over it.
Why do people always give Trump an excuse, but then get on everyone else's head when they make comments towards Trump?
You know, I'm not one of those people. I don't give Trump an excuse. It's just, I guess it's just, it is what it is. He is who he is. And I really don't care who he disses. Sometimes I wish he wouldn't open his mouth on certain things and just leave certain things alone. But I'm not going to be one of those I love Trump but people. No, I love him. I don't care. He can say what he wants. I don't care. I don't care who he disses. At this point, I trust no one. So.
But you trust Trump.
I didn't say I trust Trump. I said I like Trump. I trust him to fix the country. I do that. I do.
I think
it. Fix the country.
I think it does matter because we're shunning away. And I'm not saying you, but when you give Trump an excuse, it makes it okay to silence people on their opinions with, "Who are you? Shut up." And these people are people who dedicated their careers. Okay, the careers that could have been in the fucking drain for simply supporting him. Much like a lot of our social lives, people lost family members. People lost things behind this. And she gave a fair criticism here. Like, she gave a fair criticism. This is why Trump acting out is a big deal. Because he only does this towards anybody who offers him constructive criticism. So this would make him no different than his supporters that we all bitch about.
Yeah.
Why can't anybody say anything about you without you lashing out? And
oh, yeah. I agree with that.
The people that you're talking to made you, bro.
Yeah.
We make you relevant. I agree. I don't know who said this, but it is time that people start making politicians earn their vote. Trump and DeSantis need to earn the vote. Anomaly said it. Trump and DeSantis need to earn our votes. I don't care what you did in 2016. I care about what you're coming with now. If I don't like the policy, you don't get a vote. I feel like it's that simple.
Well, I mean, I like what I've heard from Trump so far. I know what he can do. He's got a proven track record. DeSantis has not impressed me whatsoever. In fact, he's put me to sleep into a coma, basically. And, you know, I agree with what Kaylee said. Like, I'm not mad at her either. I think she has every right to criticize. I think anybody has the right to criticize. I wouldn't be mad at anybody who poked fun at Trump either. I think if you're going to dish it out, you got to be able to take it. The difference is he does kind of take it because he just dishes it right back out to whoever sends it to him. So I think it's pointless with all this back and forth because, you know, the situation that this country in is very serious. So to create needless problems, I don't like, but I'm not going to be one of those people that jump ship because he's being mean. I don't really care. I know that sounds whatever, but she looks different right there.
It's going to be a fun election season, that's for sure.
Yeah,
it is.
Me and Soonie are going to go head to head.
We're going to go what?
We going to go head to head.
On this? Of course we are.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't feel like there's logical consistency being carried out here.
Yeah.
Social issues is what dictates this country. Trump going after people for offering objective opinions is going to harm him. People can, this is Trump. Sure, this is Trump, but Trump has consequences to the things that he says, and you're turning people off. You are. Whether his track record is solid or not doesn't matter to people. We saw that with Biden. And this doesn't mean that Trump shouldn't be himself, but going after people who gave an objective opinion is a massive L, and his campaign should take his fucking phone away. You know, like a female. This is what women do. And people are giving excuses to Trump for acting like a straight up bitch sometimes, bro.
I kind of wonder though if there's something else that happened that like she did or said or whatever that caused him. I don't know. But I find it hard to believe that he would, just off of like really no big deal comments that she made, in my opinion. I don't really think they were that big of a deal because I've seen her go on both sides, right? Like she's praised Trump when he's said or done something correctly, and she criticizes him, which she should.
There you go. Telling you. And this is not even my post. This is Corinne Tatum. Trump, there's nothing that happened. Trump don't like when people. Trump did the same thing to Candace at a very mild level.
Right.
At a very mild level. This has nothing to do with they did something to him. This has everything to do with no one is allowed to question Trump because of his psychotic cult base and him feeling like he's above reproach.
Did you see, and I didn't even know that Sean Hannity was having a town hall with Trump. Did you see it?
Sean Hannity is having a town hall with Trump?
Did
it already happen?
Yeah. So let me show
you.
Let me show you this clip from the town hall. So, this is from the Columbia Bugle. It says the crowd rules. Crowd not having it when Hannity talks about StreamYard is sharing your screen and audio. Okay, perfect. Crowd not having it when Sean Hannity talks about the need for Trump to tone it down. President Trump, if I wasn't tough, I wouldn't be here right now. I guarantee you that. If I didn't fight back, I wouldn't be here. So let's hear out of his own words and how the crowd reacted to his statement. Love it.
It's up a lot. People know that I've interviewed you all these years. I've known you almost 30 years. And people ask me and say to him, why does he have to fight so hard? Why doesn't he pick his fights a little more? Why does he have to call people names? And the only reason I think this is an important question is because I think everyone here tonight is likely voting for you, right? So, however, it's going to come down to those people that maybe are in the middle a little more. And the argument that they make to me is if he would just tone it down a hair, stop a little of the name calling. Hang on. I said it's their question. Leave me alone. All right. That might help you with swing voters in that are needed for you to get over the finish line. It's already hard enough electoral vote-wise for a Republican to win. What do you say to them?
Okay, you ready? And I say this to everybody. I won an election. It was unprecedented. We beat somebody that supposedly had it made. And, they probably did things in that election too. They were shocked. But I came into office. And from the day I got in, I was under siege by people that have been in Washington for many years, put in there by many different presidents. In most cases, people that were against me, like they spied on my campaign. They did all sorts of things. I was under investigation and under siege, and so were my people. And if I wasn't tough, I wouldn't be here right now. I guarantee you that. If I didn't fight back, I wouldn't be here. What they did, and they've been caught. Now, so far, nothing's happened to them of consequence. We had an Attorney General, Bill Barr, who didn't have the courage to fight. He just didn't have the courage. He was a nice man, but he didn't have the courage. He lost his courage when they wanted to impeach him. They said, we're going to impeach Bill Barr. They didn't even know why. There was no reason to impeach him. He didn't do anything wrong, but he didn't have the courage. We need courage in this country or we're going to lose our country.
All right.
Anyways, what were you saying? I couldn't hear you.
Appealing to emotions is bullshit. I've been attacked nonstop and I had to go through this and this is what the Democrats did to me. So I can't tone it down because I've had to deal with all that. You should be able to tone it down when it comes to the people who have worked with you and supported you. There should be, there is an automatic respect between me and Mo. You will never see me say, Milquetoast Mo said this about me and I don't like it. That's disloyalty. You want to talk about loyalty? Disloyalty is when you can't even respect the fact that your peers have an opinion that is different than what you might like. That's loyalty. He's asking for blind loyalty. He's asking for downright, in my opinion, praise. You want people to bow down and kiss your ass. No. That sounded like a bunch of jibber jabber. I felt like I was in a Charlie Brown episode. Womp, 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 womp.
Jibber jabber.
Jibber jabber. Trolling on the internet equals courage. I like that.
Yep.
I like that. I like that.
Kaylee said she would support DeSantis. Trump hates disloyalty. Did she actually? I don't know. Like I haven't heard these
No, she
actual
didn't.
things. Did she
No, she
actually
didn't.
say that?
No, she didn't.
Or was it
Where?
more like a I want to see the actual clip where she
Where?
flat out said that, because I've seen clips where she said, I like where he's going on this certain thing or whatever, right? But that doesn't equal I support him.
No.
Again,
It
I think
equals-
she's being an objective journalist.
Isn't that what we want? See, this is what I mean. People have become so tribal that when you are objective, you're a threat. People view me as a threat. Bro, you can't be objective on the conservative side, just like you
Yeah.
can't be objective on the left. You can't. Anyone sitting here saying that you can, you're lying universally, objectively, across the board. You're telling a lie.
Mm.
We're witnessing it now. Kaylee McEnany can't be objective, or else Trump and his supporters will lash out. That's why a lot of people don't tell the truth on their platforms now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like by nature, I'm a very loyal person, right? And like when I make a decision to support somebody, I'm not even if like something they say makes me kind of like waver in my own mind, like I'm kind of like, I didn't really like that. I'm not one to like just express it right away, like some people are. Because I've seen like so many people that like they were like literally riding on Trump's nutsack a week ago. And then he came out and said this and they were like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe he did this. And then now they're just like, I don't know about this guy. I can't stand that. Like, figure out what you're going to do, which way you're going to go. And until then, zip it. Like I get you're an influencer and all, but like, I don't need to know every day that you change your mind and opinion on somebody. It's just the way that people like go back and forth on him that is so annoying to me, because 1 minute they love him for being a savage beast to somebody they don't like. And then the next minute, because it was a little cute Kaylee McEnany, they don't like it. And now we're going to be like, we don't, it's whoever I can't stand when people are like that. Like, stop it. Stop it.
You said wake up earlier. There is nothing documented saying that. Nothing.
What happened?
I'm looking up the information. Kaylee supports DeSantis. Where? The reason you're saying that is because you don't have a reference. Oh, well, she said it on her show in the morning. Where?
I don't
This is
watch
a platform
Fox.
that does their research.
I don't watch Fox, so I don't know. But I was looking for videos and clips. So if you could, Mad Cow, you have my email. If you can send it to me because I want to see it. If I can see the video.
The only thing that happened is DeSantis said we stand with Kaylee. And that was 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
Please. And he's doing right by reacting this way in the media, because it makes him look like the good guy and it makes Trump look like a brat.
Yeah. And P.S., Kaylee hasn't even really, unless Mad Cow saw it early in the morning, she has not responded about this situation that I have seen. So, which is great. I think that's great. I don't think she should respond to it. I think she should just be like, whatever, dude.
No,
you're getting in your feels.
Your feels, and it's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're mad.
It's a problem.
Well, now we all know where people stand on
Mhm.
Trump and Kaylee. I think a lot of people are siding with Kaylee because it's just unjustified. There's no reason for it. I think we should talk about Andrew Tate next.
Okay.
Andrew Tate has not given a interview to mainstream media since he has been out of jail, and he decided to give one to the BBC. And I'm not going to play the whole 3 minutes. Dang. I don't have the other clip.
Of what? Of him saying he wanted to.
Yeah.
I have
That's
it.
towards the end. Oh, you do? Awesome.
Well,
Thank you so much.
what I did was I recorded that separately.
Okay.
Because it was from a different video and I didn't want people to be confused.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right,
You'll
let me
see
pull this
the
up.
other one ends with her asking, are you going to apologize? And how they edited his response.
So Andrew Tate, everyone knows who Andrew Tate is, and I'm going to get a picture of him pulled up here, a video. He came out and did a interview with the mainstream media, BBC. Why does it keep saying the video can't be played? What the crap?
Ooh, that was a deep. Ooh.
Stupid. It makes me look unprepared, even though I have all this stuff pulled up.
Do you want me to see? Do you want me to see if I can play it?
I mean, if you want, sure.
Oh wait, mine is spitting too.
No, it's good now. I got it.
Oh,
Anyways,
there it is.
Andrew Tate did a BBC interview with this lady. She is dreadful to watch, by the way.
What is
Absolutely
up with the hair?
dreadful.
The hair
know.
was killing me. She
I
looks
feel like you got her
demonic.
in the perfect spot.
She's like,
She went there with an agenda to make him look bad. Now, they agreed to do this interview because the BBC begged, and they did have parameters set. They wanted to focus on him being out of jail, the charges that were dropped because the rape accusation and those rape charges were dropped. They found no evidence to prove it, and he's still fighting the latter. But she spent time to just try to run his name through the mud, right? And this is the actual the BBC version is about 8 minutes long, and then towards the end they have a few people who are part of the education system out there get on the news and speak about the interview that happened. But all they did was try to depict him as this vile human who doesn't care about how his influence is being used and how kids, right, school-age kids are now referencing him, according to these bureaucrats in the UK, are referencing him when it comes to their views on women. And she, of course, asks him everything but that. How does he feel about that? She what's the word? She indicts him on almost everything. Everything he says is an indictment. She flips it, she turns it until the lawyer speaks up and says, you know, we want to highlight that he actually does offer an apology and he understands his influence. But I want you guys to watch a little bit of this to see exactly what I'm talking about, because it's sickening. This is the outright attack on men in society, and they're doing it through the media.
Allegations.
Correct.
Rape, human trafficking.
Yep.
And also because there's a great deal of concern for the things you say and the impact that they have on young people, on women.
I don't think the concern's about the things I say. I think the concern is for the level of influence I have and the reach I have.
Have you raped anybody?
Absolutely not.
Have you trafficked anybody?
Absolutely not.
Exploited any women for money?
Absolutely not.
But you have admitted using emotional manipulation to get women to work in the webcam industry for you.
No. We have an open...
Now look, do you notice that cut there? He says no, and he says a whole 10, 15 minutes of something else after and explains all of his commentary and why he said it. And every single piece of commentary that she's talking about was in response to a woman. And it's also over 5 years old, okay? So they're holding him accountable for something he said 5 years old. Now, as a public influencer, you don't have the luxury of saying, well, I said that 5 years ago. Who cares? I don't believe it now. Because nothing on the internet disappears. And those thought patterns and ideologies, they catch wave and they permeate. So I get it.
And she hasn't actually surfaced in any way and like pressed actual charges against him. This is an accusation that they're making, that the British government is making or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And essentially they're trying to get him to slip up and say something that can make him guilty. The media wants him in jail. He's still in what is it?
Romania.
He's still there. They're trying to get him to catch up. I mean, slip up to say anything.
Yeah.
But I'm going to play a few more seconds of this.
Criminal investigation. I am absolutely not really sure I'll be found innocent. I know the case better than you. I know it intimately and you don't. I have seen all the criminal files and the evidence against me and you haven't. I know the truth of what happened and you don't. And I'm telling you absolutely not really, I've never hurt anybody, that the case that's been put against me is completely and utterly fabricated. And I'm never going to be found guilty of anything. I'm genuinely a good person. I believe my impact on the world is positive.
National organizations who are saying that are blaming you for increasing levels of misogyny, schools that are saying they are having increased incidents of girls being attacked, of female teachers being harassed
If that was
by
true,
pupils because of you and your team.
Has anybody ever saw that? Has anyone ever seen any
Never.
reports from the UK talking about an increase in women being
Violence.
attacked? I think that would be national news, especially in America.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in America. I just
Yeah.
felt like I needed to ask that. I
And he
haven't seen
says that.
one thing.
He says that in the interview. He's like, where? Like, where? And she, like, this woman, you guys really have to go watch the whole interview because this woman is so insufferable. Like, by the end of this interview, I wish I actually would have put a cut in there of like the outtakes from when the interview ended because she was so rude to him. Like he was very, very like gracious and he was like, thank you very much. This was a great interview. I had a great time. Went to go shake her hand. She didn't want to shake his hand.
She didn't want to say bye.
She wouldn't even say bye to him. She was a bitch.
She was a major bitch. In his house.
In his house.
How do you do that?
And
The
she
BBC.
and he told her, he was like, I invited you to my house. Okay. He even called her an equal.
Yeah, he did.
He called her an equal. He said, I'm inviting you equal playing field. You're my equal. I'm inviting you to my house, but you're not going to dictate how you talk to me in my house.
Yeah.
I was
She
like,
said, I'm not
she
answering
wasn't ready
your
for that.
questions. And
She wasn't ready.
Bruh. We're going to play the apology at the end of this, but listen to this.
Teaching
Well, that's
and your
absolute-
influence.
That's absolute garbage. I have never, ever encouraged a student to attack a teacher, male or female, ever. I preach hard work, discipline. I'm an athlete. I preach anti-drug. I preach religion. I preach no alcohol. I preach no knife crime. Every single problem with modern society, I'm against.
But
I'm
men and
teaching young
boys-
men. I'm teaching young men to be disciplined, to be diligent, to listen, to train, to work hard, to be exactly like me. And I'm saying that if men grew up like me, which are hardworking and diligent and some emotional control and stoic, we're going to have a better society, not a worse society. To sit here and say that schools in England, which is a failing nation, which has knife crime going through the roof, violence going through the roof, men's mental health going through the roof, and they're going to all blame me because I appeared on the internet
You
1 year
sell an
ago,
image of
is
success.
disingenuous. It's disingenuous.
You
And
sell
also,
an image of financial success
Correct.
with a Bugatti and a cigar, but it comes with a side order of misogyny.
I'm not interested in damaging the world for money, because if I was interested in damaging the world for money, I could have sold drugs, or I could make rap music and encourage everyone to stab each other like all the drill artists do.
Or you could make controversial statements online that attract a lot of followers who you then direct to your website where they pay to learn how to be like you.
I mean, it would worry me if I was genuinely damaging the world, but for you to sit here and say, Andrew, you become the most Googled man in the world, you have billions of views, and one woman, is now saying that her husband is not the same man she wants him to be, when thousands and thousands of people are saying the opposite, well, then I would say
I've presented you with case after case after case with
All right, we're going to stop it here because she just goes into this mindless rant about absolutely nothing. But what they didn't show in the actual interview, I think Mo's going to pull it up here soon, is the apology that he gives at the end. Now listen to her response to his apology. Go back and watch the BBC interview. Look at how she tries to paint him, the questions that she asks, how she asks so many questions without context. She won't talk about the long form podcast, what the women were saying, or just giving the audience a very well-rounded view of what was going on. She just publicly lambasts him for nothing.
Okay. It's about 1:49, so we'll watch through this because there's some context around this.
My followers to engage in open discourse and be fair and honest and talk in a way which is mature. There's no need to troll anybody, male or female.
Okay.
Kathy,
A couple of things. I wonder if it'd be worth giving Andrew one more opportunity to consider whether or not he would like to apologise or give an indication of how he feels about.
So real quick, because you can hardly hear, I don't know how well you guys can hear it, but that's his lawyer that's kind of watching off to the side, and they're ready to end the interview. And she's like, wait a minute. He would like the opportunity to apologize. So this one over here, she's looking like, just miserable as all hell.
Watch her face when she finds this out.
He has negatively influenced young people in the UK. And secondly, I think we should put on record that this interview is placed in the house because you're under house arrest.
Look at her figuring with that pencil. She's like,
Chosen another location. I'm sure we would have negotiated that between us. So I think that's just worth it.
Okay. So
So, just to put on the record then, you said that you've invited us into your house.
Correct.
We're here because you're under house arrest.
Correct.
If you were free to leave, we would have negotiated a more neutral setting.
Don't you think, as the BBC, it'd be very interesting to come here and discuss the fact that I was put in a dungeon for 92 days and then locked in house arrest without charge? Don't you think that's a far more interesting conversation than old YouTube snippets? Don't you think that would be interesting?
You're here under house arrest because there's an ongoing investigation into rape and human trafficking allegations against you.
Correct. I've been incarcerated without charge. And don't you think
The rape allegation
it's been dropped?
has been incarcerated for.
Correct. So I'm incarcerated without charge, and I think that'd be a far more interesting conversation than I guess Julian Assange is incarcerated without charge. I'm not interested in that either. So if you actually want to do some genuine journalism investigation, you can talk about the fact that an innocent man who is yet to be charged with a crime has had his liberty deprived of him. And I think that would be a far more interesting angle than talking about me being the most dangerous man in the world because I own a car.
Because I own a car. You know, so notice like she skirted around the fact that he wanted to apologize. And then she says, well, okay, you know, obviously we were here in your home and, you know, we would have negotiated a better location. Like, I don't even know what that has to do with anything. But she basically did whatever she had to do so that he didn't apologize, because that would just disrupt their entire narrative.
Well, he actually does. After that entire statement he makes about Julian Assange, he does. And at the end, right? I'm gonna see if I can show it. He apologized, and she just moved over it as if he did not say anything. And it wasn't even an apology because he didn't say sorry. What he did was acknowledge that there were some things that he said over the years that he wasn't necessarily proud of, and he wanted his fans to know that. They didn't put that in the interview.
I must have missed that when I went to go watch the other one.
Okay. So put yourself on mute because it's going to pick up the audio on my screen, and I'm going to actually show the video.
Primary school, or you know, boys as young as 11 are quoting you at
Can you hear it?
school, attacking girls, refusing to respect female teachers. Would you like to say anything about that?
I'd like to say a lot. First things first, as I've repeatedly said, and the only reason I keep repeating it is because I'm sure this interview will be edited. I am a positive force for the world, and I teach children discipline. I teach the world discipline, male or female, of any age. And a lot of women listen to me as well. 40% of the people who listen to me are actually female. Secondly, I do understand with my massive influence, and I am now the one of the most influential people on the planet, that I do have to be slightly more careful with things I say. I'm not going to disagree with that. The idea that I said something 5 years ago on a video that got 300 views.
So what do you mean, being slightly more careful?
I'll give you an example. Some of the jokes I made 4 or 5 years ago on a YouTube channel that got 300 views, I would no longer make.
Like what?
Like the OnlyFans joke, the one you mentioned repeatedly. When she said, my man's car is my car. And then she said she did OnlyFans. And I said, what do you saw on OnlyFans? She said, my tits. And I said, well, those are your man's tits. As a joke, ha ha ha. Everybody laughed. The fact that I could do that on a podcast 5 years ago and only got 300 views, now I understand I'm the most influential man on the face of the planet. I would be more careful with certain things I say. That doesn't mean the things I originally said were genuinely out to harm people.
Do you really believe you're the most influential man on the face of the planet?
I'm the most Googled person on the planet.
Do you believe you're the most influential?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The man just said, I understand my influence. And let's speak
now.
out. Right. And I do regret saying this. Actually, yes, I do.
Right.
Do you really think you're the most influential man on the planet? Why does that matter if he is literally saying, I understand the power I have. And yes, I do realize that I should probably speak different and I would change. And this is a specific thing I would change. You're not even interested in that. You want to make this guy look like crap. This video is highly edited.
Yeah.
Highly edited. Go watch it yourself.
Yeah.
Don't just fall for what I say here. Go do this research yourself. It's all over YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, the part in the other clip that we showed where he talks about like, why am I such a big deal when you have rap artists and you know, drill artists or whatever talking about raping and killing women all the time?
Exactly.
Like, why am I the focus? And it is an interesting question.
that she didn't answer, interestingly.
Oh, no, she didn't answer any questions.
No, she said, I'm not here to answer your questions. You're here to answer mine. And he says, no, I'm here to give you an interview because you're dying. Your ratings are through the, are in the trash.
Right.
You need me. I don't need you. Exactly.
Oh, she
Man,
hated that.
justice for Andrew Tate. I still think he's very suspect for that tranny comment that he made. But in this instance, it's definitely women, because he's saying things about women. They're going as hard as they are, and also because he's giving men purpose again. He's telling men how to handle themselves, and he's also telling young men how to do it, regardless of fathers not being in a home. I'm glad there is someone out there talking. It is dangerous because when you have a strong society, you can't come in and do what they're doing now.
Yep.
Making everybody think that they don't have genders. Like, it's fake. It's on a spectrum. Wait, it's opposite, but it's not really opposite because it's like a transition thing. And you can actually just go on a spectrum. That'll be for another show. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Yep. I do.
Wild show. You ready to get into Jamie Foxx? I think that's what everybody tuned in for.
Really? Everybody tuned in for Jamie Foxx?
I think everyone's here for Jamie Foxx. Everyone is here for that topic, especially conservatives.
Okay. So let me just update everybody on Jamie Foxx. So Jamie Foxx has some mystery illness, or had some mystery illness, possibly related to the jab. He was hospitalized for some time, and it's been all very cryptic. So the details of his medical complication have remained a mystery for over a month now. Okay, we have not heard from Jamie Foxx. I mean, I have seen some TikToks, but I'm just like, is this like, there was a TikTok of him playing pickleball, and I'm like, no freaking way is this Jamie Foxx playing pickleball. Then there was like a weird video of him rambling on about how he appreciates everybody's love and support, and I was like, that don't even look like it. It just didn't have Jamie Foxx vibes, right? Like, I was just like, I don't know if it's just I'm skeptical of everything now. But anyways, his condition was first announced by his daughter, Corinne, who broke silence in May, but is yet to discuss directly any details of the health scare. His close friend, Nick Cannon, recently claimed that the Collateral star, which I think that's his one of his movies, will speak to fans when he's ready. Like, hold on, let me just finish this story and then I'll go into what I think about that. So what we know is on April 11th, wait, hold on one second. April 11th, he was suffering from some medical complications. His daughter, Corinne, took quick action and called an ambulance, and he was later hospitalized and kept in the hospital. And the word on the street was he had blood clots. Okay. Well, now it's coming out that he is partially paralyzed and I think partially blind, right? My thing is, if I'm Jamie Foxx and I'm seeing all this misinformation, like TikTok's got a bunch of stuff. His daughter Corinne has posted and she has said, no, he's fine. He's recovering, like doing great. Then there's this other stuff saying he was forced to get the jab to be on this movie. He didn't want to get it. It got to the point like where there was so much tension on set. He fired people from his team because he was mad they forced him. If I'm Jamie Foxx, I'm thinking, why would this dude just not real quick, thanks to, social media, he could just real quick pop on live and be like, you guys, I'm here. I'm okay. Yes, I'm blind. Yes, I'm paralyzed. It's hope, I'm in therapy to get better. Something. But you just letting it go and go. And I'm like, is this another movie promotion stunt? I've got people in my inbox, the crazy cute people talking about they're preparing his body double.
Oh my God. No, they're not.
I don't know, dude, but this situation just seems weird to me. What do you think?
So
he's been cloned. That's what Mike says.
I talked about this and I got smacked with medical misinformation, right? Just walk with me for a second.
Okay.
I just merely questioned if it had anything to do with the jab. Now, mainstream media is talking about possible jab injury. Okay. They are allowing Dr. Drew to exist. That video is still up on YouTube, by the way.
I saw
Hasn't been taken down. Has not been taken down. I got a medical misinformation strike for this. And they took my video down that I tried to fight to put back up. I can't put it back up. So how is it we have a celebrity who is out of the limelight? No one knows what the crap happened to him because people are being so weird and so selective with what they put out. How is it we can talk about him potentially being jabbed with no that is old as crap, bro.
This is what's going around. I'm just saying.
This is all I'm saying. How is it that we're able to talk about jab injuries on mainstream media now? How is it that Dr. Drew could have some random journalist come out of nowhere and create a shitstorm in the media, because that's literally where this story came from, is that episode, and say that he is partially blind and paralyzed, and he knows this because he knows people who are taking care of him. Now, he could be lying, right? He could be lying. But the fact that this is on mainstream media and no one is questioning anything besides, oh, he died from these, he's probably injured from the jab. We haven't even been able to say that. Dude, I'm trying to find the screenshot that I took of my page, bro. I got a strike for this.
I didn't know you got a strike for that. That's crazy. But you know what? Okay, so that interview with Dr. Drew was so wild to me, right? Because do y'all remember when he was having an interview with Wendy Williams, and Dr. Drew was trying to pressure Wendy Williams into getting the shot? He was like, come on, Wendy, it's for your health, right? Well, supposedly Wendy got the jab, and it was after she got the jab that she had that little fainting situation on her show in the Miss Universe. Then Wendy just went downhill, man. Wendy is on the struggle bus.
Look, not even making this up.
Wow, that's
how is
crazy.
It that I get a strike, but this can be talked about on mainstream media, and we can talk about a celebrity. A celebrity. We talk about what celebrities represent all the time on this side and how they just use them. Shout out to Deontay for predictive programming. They're puppets. And then we don't question this one incident where this one star, it's only one star out of all the stars that got this jab, only one celebrity is being suspected to have a jab injury, despite Justin Bieber literally coming out with paralysis to the left side of his face. We couldn't talk about that being associated with the jab, but this.
And all the people that died. The celebrities
that
died.
Bro. Come on. All I'm saying is, look, conservatives are salivating at the mouth. I get it. It's another notch on your belt. You were right. The conspiracy theorist, all that. I get it. But you're also missing the bigger picture. Why are we allowed to talk about this now? Why hasn't the medical community, our government, come out in droves like they do with any other incident that happens like this? When you say something contrary to what the narrative is, they come out very quickly, especially in situations like this, where it can permeate through society and create a thought. They quickly shut it down. There is nobody from the medical community that has shut down this story. Not one person. Maybe I'm drifting into conspiratorial land, but I feel like this is common sense.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I'm telling you. More pandemics on the way. That's funny. Yeah.
Just saying, bro.
It's very odd. Very odd. I mean, I had several videos, removed from my YouTube. Like, they were making me a lot of money, removed from my YouTube because I mentioned the jab, or I even questioned it, even like a teeny tiny bit, because I was being super careful about how I was saying stuff.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I want to get off the train like today. I'm done. I don't want to be on the ride anymore. I want to get off. What happened to free speech? What happened to anti-censorship? What happened to men being men? What happened to conservatives actually resisting progressive ideologies? Like, what happened? What happened? We weren't like this 4 years ago, Mo. What happened? I don't recognize anything over here anymore.
Well, I know you don't like when I talk about this, but the internet, the over excessive information that people have, has driven people mad, crazy. We can't handle it. We weren't designed to handle information overload and no way to express it in a healthy way by having actual constructive conversation. And I get people do have constructive conversations online, but yeah, that's a rant we can go on another time.
I mean, I guess because it kind of segues into the next topic, right? Where information overload makes people complain about dumb shit as far as the cost of like how much hair costs on a set. Now, I don't know anything about this. I actually learned from Mo that this is quite cheap.
It is. So people are in an uproar because, and we can kind of talk about this because I'm just annoyed altogether at the attacks that this movie is getting. First, obviously, starting with the fact that Little Mermaid's black and oh my gosh. And I just didn't really care because I was like, she's a cartoon character. So I'm not really like, it's not like she was like a historical figure. You know what I mean? Like if you were like trying, and by the way, wasn't Alexander Hamilton white? But don't they have a black man playing him like in a play called Hamilton? Right?
Yeah.
Everybody loved Hamilton, right? But for whatever reason, this is a problem. So, she's had to fight through that. Then you've got people saying stuff about slavery not being addressed enough in The Little Mermaid. And I'm like, what the hell? Then you got the feminists saying, well, I'm not going to go watch this movie because the fact that she has to give up her voice to be with a man. Hello, bitch. That's been the fucking premise of the story from the start. And y'all, nobody had a problem with it. Like you said, like, who are we? Nobody cared. Little kids don't care. Little kids don't see it as she's giving up her voice to be with a man. Only
they
feminists.
Don't.
Only
because
feminists.
They're children.
They're children.
This makes your point. There are specific adults on the internet that have too much time on their hands to go research something that they don't know how to research to begin with. They come through with a very biased perspective on this entire thing. And now it's become a complaint about her weave, bro.
Yeah.
Her weave, bro.
So the complaint about her hair is that it cost that the makeup that the hair department had to spend $150,000 on the budget for her hair. Okay. Now keep these things in mind. She has been growing her locks since she was 5 years old. Okay. So she had her natural hair that she wanted to protect. And they also, because she was going to be in water and they had to show movement in her hair, they had to like protect her locks, wrap other hair color around it to kind of closely resemble the red hair that the actual Little Mermaid had. And they had to make several versions of it because hair deteriorates, when you're going through this process. So you imagine over a year's time, they filmed some scenes in the ocean, they filmed some scenes in a tank, she's flipping it around, all this stuff. They have to put money in it. Now, people were flipping out over this $150,000. You guys, I have seen movie budgets and I have worked on sets and I have seen the budgets that they spend on other things. And you guys would think this is nothing. I have seen craft services get more money than this. Okay. Craft services is who provides the snacks. I'm not talking about just the catering, just the snacks get $200,000 on a movie. Okay. So the fact that she got $150,000 on the hair, who cares? When you look at period films where they have to have these like wigs, like they used to have back in the Victorian days, they have to have those wigs handmade. They have to have several wigs made. If you have a movie where there is a stunt double or a stand-in, okay? If you're just a stand-in for somebody, you're not even in the movie, but you have to stand in for the actor while the actor's taking a break so that the camera can get set up. They actually create costumes and wigs for the stand-in who is not even in the movie. So her stand-in probably had to have a similar wig made to be able to be her double. So stop it. Everybody just needs to stop it. Like, this is not the hill to die on, the Little Mermaid hill. Like, it's just not.
It's not. And it's honestly making people seem very bigoted. Like, because it's stupid. Who cares if she's black? If she had to have extra maintenance on her hair, you're not fucking paying for it.
Right.
You act like this come out of your checkbook.
Mm-hmm.
This is their production where they got the money and the funds for it. Who cares? As a matter of fact, I'm actually very excited to go watch the movie. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it too.
I
It looks
can't
like
wait to see it.
it looks like a cute movie. And honestly, people, this movie was actually made 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Hallie was 18 years old when she was casted for this movie, and she's now in her 20s. But I feel kind of bad for her because this has to really be taking the fun out of it for her, because this is her first film. It's a major film, and it has to be really sucking the fun and the moment out for her.
Mhm.
Like all
How
these
can you
crazy
celebrate
attacks.
this is a major accomplishment for someone of her age. She's in a movie, like a box office movie. It's live action. Like, just think of this. The complaints that she's hearing from people who say they're not racist is, you're black, I don't like it, it's ruined my childhood. That's all she's hearing.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Like, what do you think that means to her?
Yeah. It's sad.
You may not even actually be racist, and I think the majority of people aren't. I think the
Mhm.
majority of people are just very uneducated and easily deceived by their feelings, but this is what you're putting out into society.
Mm-hmm.
That you don't like it because she's black, while saying that race doesn't matter and you're not racist and the left is racist. But you guys are the only people complaining about this film. And now you're mad. Oh, now we got to talk about weave. Like, white actresses wear weave, and I'm sure they spend way more than that because there's more than one woman on the set.
Mm-hmm.
Who fucking cares, bro?
Right.
And it doesn't
Exactly.
matter if she's making millions out of it. When you completely ruin someone's experience, their introduction into the big screen, she's not going to give a crap how much money she made off of it. I damn
Mhm.
sure wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I made
Yeah.
all this money, and now I got to hear about the fact that people are mad that I'm a specific skin color.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Do you know how much a makeup artist on a movie set for a year is paid? Just one. $75,000 is what the medium rate is for what a makeup artist makes for a year. And that's obviously depending on what they do. But just imagine this. Nobody had anything to say when in Tropic Thunder, they took Robert Downey Jr., who is a white man, and did a hell of a job with makeup, turning him into a black man. Nobody said, why didn't they just hire a black man? No, it was just because it
Yeah.
was funny. It was
It was
funny. Who
funny.
cares? But nobody looked at the budget for that shit. Like, do you
Yeah.
know how much money that probably costs to make a
Probably a
prosthetics for
lot.
him? Exactly. Every day,
Probably a
him
lot.
sitting hours in the makeup chair.
I can imagine. Probably a lot.
Y'all just don't want to have fun, man. Can we just watch movies and not look into it? Can there
I
not?
mean, unless
there doesn't
there's a
have to be
gay
message.
scene, I don't think it really matters. Like, unless there's a very homophobic scene.
Yeah.
I'm not homophobic. Unless there's just like a very homo scene,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it really matters. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's great when a movie has a great message, but when we're sitting there like tearing it apart, every single detail, you know, I hate when people say to me, oh, I won't go watch that movie because so and so's in that movie and they're woke. It's like, I don't care. I'm looking at the character. I don't care about who they are in their everyday life. I don't care. If they play a good role, I don't care. I'm like, whatever.
Brittany said, had this movie come out 5 years ago, do you think it would have a different response? Yes, because racial tensions weren't as high and people were pretending to be one as a country. I really think that was a fucking ruse, and people have felt the way they felt right now this entire time. I don't think that we've ever had a sense of unity in this country. I really don't. And that probably sounds like I'm being a Debbie Downer, but there's no way that you can change an entire society into solely focusing on black and white in a matter of 10 years. I'm 32.
Mm-hmm.
The world didn't look like this when I was a kid.
Yeah. It really does suck.
It was not like this in high school. Yeah, there were differences, but nobody gave a fuck. Like,
Mm-hmm.
clearly we sat separately and, you know, at the lunch tables, and our crowd hung out with our crowd.
Yeah.
But we all just still had lives. We all hung out together. We did stuff. I had some white friends. You didn't really care. You didn't.
Nope. I know. I miss those days. See, you sound like me the other day when I was like, I really miss the good old days.
I do, but I know we're not going back.
But don't say that. We can go.
No, we can't.
I think if we wake up a little bit and people really start to like police themselves, take some personal responsibility.
Let's have
for
a
themselves.
poll in the chat.
Oh gosh.
Can people police themselves? 1 for yes, 2 for no. I'm going to go ahead and put my vote in. 2. People cannot police themselves, or else there would be no need for laws.
I think right now people are doing a shitty job of policing themselves, but I have hope that people can police themselves. And I say that because I police myself.
Look at this anecdotal.
They said they can't.
No.
I
don't believe people can police themselves.
Okay, so the people who are voting 2, can you police yourself, or you're saying you can't police yourself either?
She moved the goalpost.
No, I'm not.
Shh, don't tell nobody.
I'm just saying. Listen.
Shh, don't tell nobody.
And if Deontay pops in on this comment and says, Mo, you're being anecdotal, I'm gonna be like, ugh. Anyways, I'm just saying. I say it can be done.
She said, heck no, with the caps.
That's funny.
Followers, the lots of you.
Mm.
I mean, we had 2 people that says they can, but I think that's anecdotal because we all know people who can govern themselves. But we all need to realize we are definitely in a minority. We are in a minority of people who have that control. Now, everybody's not out committing crimes, but emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, political intelligence, political maturity is lacking tremendously. Hell, historical maturity, even understanding history, understanding basic concepts, basic philosophy. We can't even decide if a woman is actually a woman. We don't know what a woman is. Like, we have to make shirts that say XX chromosome and YX chromosome to show people their standing in life.
Yeah.
I want to go back, but we're not going back.
See, you went really deep with it, and this is why I say 1, okay? Because you're asking for political and social and this all the other.
That's basic.
See, to me, what's basic is love and compassion. That's basic. Because we're born with that. We're not born with political maturity and whatever maturity. We're not born with that, but we are born with compassion and love. And I think if people got back, and I'm not saying tolerate all and all this other, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is get back to a point where you have compassion and love for yourself to be able to say, you know what? I don't need to be on the internet 24/7. I don't need to be having debates online. I can step away because for my own mental health, for me to recognize what's real and what isn't, because I think people get confused now, right? Like they don't know the line between reality and internet, because the internet is not real. It's not real. And when I say it's not real, I'm not saying everything you see on the internet is not real, because there are things on the internet that are real and valid. But what really matters is what I'm saying is not on the internet. You're not going to find what matters on the internet. Look at this bullshit right here. You see how this hoe does me? You see how there's your love and compassion right there. See how she tried to get me out of the love and compassion state?
See, it didn't take much.
Is this said agreeing with me? Love and compassion.
And how old is Uncle Said?
See, okay. Why you have to age? You have to always bring up age when we bring common sense.
It plays a significant role. It plays a very significant role in what we're talking about.
It's wisdom is what you're talking about. We have wisdom. Team Mo in the building. Team Soonie. Oh God, much love for Mo, but Soonie all the way. You didn't have to say the butt part. You didn't have to say that. Yay, Birdman's Team Mo. Team Mooney. He's team both of us. Damn.
Watch it.
Watch it. I'm sick of you people.
Ooh, she hit y'all with the you people. She's such a sick of you people.
Hey, while you're at it, Team Soonie people. If you voted Team Soonie, please scan the following QRC if you would like to support our channel.
Scan it.
This is a cute picture. Somebody screenshot this because we're going to put this. Anyways, guys, we are trying to raise money for equipment. Some of you guys have already donated, but we wanted to make sure to put this up here in case some of you guys have missed it. We want that Roadcaster.
Absolutely.
We want 2 Roadcasters, preferably, because we each need one, but one will do. So, anyways. Excuse me.
I think it's a tie on this on this topic. I think it is. Let's get into some like very just like shocking stuff.
Should I play the teacher that was talking about anal
You
sex?
should.
Okay.
Because it's Pride Month and we're here to go hard on the pride.
Yeah. So let me set this up. So this video that you're about to see took place at El Dorado High School, and this teacher wants her students to know about sexual pleasure from anal sex, and also directs them as to where they can find sex toys to discover their anal pleasure. And the caption also said, "This is the reality of sex ed today. That doesn't mean we accept the reality. It means we decide whether we allow our children to be indoctrinated by these people or not." So before I play this video and update, this teacher has been put on leave. There's now a sub teaching this class. But Camille Bethany, I think she knew somebody whose child went to this school. And she said that the way that this video took place was a student asked the question for the intent to record the answer. Okay, so they were like hoping that she would go into something that would create a vote.
So they set her up.
Kind of, yeah. But I mean, she didn't have to say everything she said. You know what I mean? Like she could have been like,
You right.
you know, maybe you should go home and talk to your parents about that. Yeah. So here it is.
Where the prostate is. So you don't have to go inside the booty hole. You can actually just push on the seam, and that stimulates the prostate gland as well. And that they apparently really like that. But yeah, so that's why for male and male, anal sex is still very pleasurable because of the fact that it hits the prostate, and there's a lot of nerve endings in your booty as well. So the girls, the G-spot, prostate, they're the equivalent.
Oh, she's showing.
But apparently that's why if you ever see like, I mean, Target has them now, sex toys. If you go to Target, seriously, if you go to Target and go where the tampons and pads are, they just look like a little box. But if you open up there's like a Velcro front to the box, you open it up and then bam, sex toy. And you'll see them. CVS, yes, CVS has them too, a lot of them. And so that's why when you look at the toys, a lot of them look like this. And the reason because is for finding
she did
where
like
the
fisting
prostate is. So you don't have to go inside the booty hole.
Anyways. That's too much.
Can I just make a hot take real quick?
Yeah, make a hot take.
Can I? Listen. White women of liberal descent are the most dangerous thing in America. This woman just sat there talking to children about fisting, sex toys, and how to pleasure someone's booty hole. If a man were caught saying this in a school to a bunch of students, he would be deemed a pervert, maybe even a pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she just fired? And why is there no legal proceedings against her? And where are parents? Why is this not national news for all the people that say that this shit is not being pushed in school? That was disgusting.
It was disgusting. Yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah. And, you know, even if the kids did try to, like you said, set her up, she went into way too much detail. Like I took sex ed and I don't remember us talking about anal pleasure. I don't remember that. Did you take sex ed?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember. If I did, I don't remember.
Yeah, it's a little much.
That, bro, like, how do you do, like, I don't know. How do you do that to someone else's kid, man? To me, that's just a violation. I would never talk to another child about anything sexual. I don't care if I'm your aunt, even my nieces and nephews. I'm going to refer to their parents. Unless they're talking to me about something that's happened to them, like something traumatic, and they need help, sure. And even if they came to me to ask questions, I would immediately go to their parents and be like, hey, you should probably talk to them about this because they're inquiring. But I would not feel comfortable stepping up to do that. It's awkward it's awkward when your kids start inquiring about, mommy, how are babies made? You're like, you know, you start thinking, what the hell did you watch? Why are you asking this?
Yeah.
You start to wonder.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm just a normal parent.
You know what's crazy is, and you're going to laugh at this, because one of the best, well, my kids were already older by the time this person said this, but they were being asked by another parent about how they explain their marriage to their kids who are adopted. Now, these are two gay men, okay? They adopted some children from Guatemala. Now their children are grown adults. So I've known their kids since they were my kids' age. Great, great kids. And I will say these are great fathers. They actually have a woman in their lives that's a friend of theirs. So like, because they have a daughter and a son, and they have always had this other woman who has been like a good friend of theirs to be the one that the daughter can go to when she has questions that are womanly questions, right? So somebody asked them and said, how do you explain that you are two men living and raising these kids? And they said, you know, I think the best way for any parent to answer a question of a child when it's like that type of question is to be very simple about it and not give more information than what they're asking, right? Because as adults, we tend to over-explain, I think, out of nervousness.
Yes.
So be very short and sweet with your explanation. You know, I don't remember what they said about their situation, but I mean, clearly they raised great kids. Their kids are, I think one of them is in medical school now. The other one's going to law school. They were always very respectful. These guys were not the guys to be like all over each other. They weren't like my husband type of people. They were very private. They were very private people. So anyways, I commend them for that. Raising good human beings is all we ask in this world. And they gave good advice. Yeah.
I just say, mommy and a daddy got married, and then I had you, and that's what my kids think. So now when they're starting to question my family dynamic, right? Because they say, well, your mom and your dad got married. And I have to say, well, no, they didn't get married. They were just together for a little bit. And they're usually like, what? Like, what do you mean they didn't get married? That's how you get kids. You have to get married. But as they get older, they're starting to say, well, how do you have kids if you're not married? And I said, well, some people just don't get married, but some people love each other. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
and
now
then they leave it.
Oh, I have to love this person. Okay. But the ideal is marriage.
Yeah.
But it is very simple.
Yeah.
But you do. Yeah, I do. I find myself kind of getting paranoid. Like, okay, why are they doing this? Why are they asking this? What the hell's going on? Who do I got to go hunt down? But it's them being inquisitive. They're just inquisitive.
Or, you know, another great workaround is to say, well, what do you think? You know, why do you think that is? Like, allow them to like process. And And you know what? Sometimes like kids will just be like, I don't know. And then they'll just walk away. Like the minute you ask them what they think, they're just like, meh, I don't know. They're like, oh, I got to put work into this question. Forget about it. I'm
Facts.
over
That's
it.
my
Yeah.
son. You
Yeah.
ask him anything. I don't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why do you think that? I don't know. Like, yeah, but you do know. What are you talking about?
We should have a parenting class. We're good parents. We
We
should
are
have
good
we
parents.
should have an episode where we talk about parenting
Your
stuff.
kids are freaking amazing, dude.
Oh, thank you, Mad Cow. You're so sweet.
Thank you, Mad Cow.
Thank you. When you don't. Oh, we don't have Mad Cow. We don't have PayPal anymore. We got rid of that. We have the Venmo. So if you want to go to Venmo, just email me. You can email me and I'll send you the info. Me and Mad Cow, we talk all the time.
You guys.
Yeah, he's a really sweet guy. He's a really sweet guy. But yeah, we should do a parenting show.
We should. It's a lot. I don't know, man. A lot of parents do default this conversation to teachers and the school. I found it very alarming how many parents are actually okay with the school teaching their kids anything sexually related. I'm like, you are out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
All these nasty, disgusting teachers. There's no way I would ever let a teacher teach my kid about anything sexual, not even social. Teach them what they need for education and then go mind your business. That's really all we need you for here.
Yeah.
I'm not a teacher. I'm not a good teacher. I can admit that.
I'd be interested to see like what the notifications look like now for sex ed, because we used to have like a paper that our parents had to sign.
Really?
Because like
I don't even remember. I'm sitting here trying to remember.
I mean, it wasn't
remember.
It wasn't required, but I remember they would hold it during physical education, and it was like if you took sex ed, it would be in lieu of physical education. But you know what? One of the parents and I'm sorry to interrupt you because I know we want to get to this story, but really quick, one of the parents from the Temecula Valley School Board, who is a PE teacher, him and I were talking on the phone about a month or so ago, and he was telling me that he got the catalog of like his sex ed materials, right? That like you order out of. And he said, I would not believe the stuff that was in there. Like they had, they had literally like sex toys. They had like sex toy models that you could get, and all kinds of weird diagrams. Like he was just disgusted.
Ugh, man, people are weird. Do you know what else is disgusting? What else is disgusting is the fact that Capitol Police refused to allow students to sing the national anthem inside the U.S. Capitol, explaining that it might offend someone or cause issues. I found this to be very disturbing. I did. And I'm actually going to play the video. We live in America. We live in America. And you're telling me that we can't sing something that represents our nation in the U.S. Capitol because it might offend some people. Then get out of America. Go find somewhere else to hold residence, renounce your citizenship, and go away. When do you get to relegate when Americans sing national anthems? Like,
right.
When did that become a thing?
Wow. Oh, you know what? That breaks my heart. Because those kids are probably like, why do we have to stop this?
I know. They're like, well, what do we do? And well, this might offend. This is another thing. It's more indoctrination. This may offend some people in this country. So riddle me this. Border hoppers can come over here and bring their culture of crime and disease. towelheads, and I'm going to say a bunch of things because I find it egregious that you're telling children that they can't sing the national anthem due to it offending people. People who like to strap bombs onto their chests and yell, Allah Akbar, they're allowed to come to our country and bring their culture. They're allowed to potentially talk about bringing Sharia law. We have a sitting representative in Congress right now who was okay with that type of thing. Like, why is it okay for every other citizen country, wherever you come from, to be proud of where they're from, but we can't be proud of where we're from in our own land? How?
Listen, I was telling you about when my parents went to Paris, France, and they went to Spain. Okay. Those countries, other countries, do not care about your feelings when it comes to their country, their customs, their language. We are the only country that takes time to put up posters in other people's languages, right? To make sure that people in restaurants can speak multiple languages, that we are accommodating to other people, and no other country cares, and they do not apologize for it. My parents went to the Louvre in France, and there was a lady in a wheelchair, okay? And she couldn't and she was in a wheelchair because she was overweight, okay, mind you. She said, "Where are the elevators?" They said, "This is the Louvre. We don't have elevators. You can have, your party carry your wheelchair up the stairs, or you can stay on the bottom floor." Right? They don't care. Okay. No. In the United States, it would be a whole protest about how, rights for the disabled and blah, blah, blah. They don't give a shit. Do you think that they have parking for disabled people in other countries? No. Number one, other countries don't have the fat problem we have over here. So people be walking everywhere. Yes.
They're healthier. So we are. And yes, the Japanese do show reverence and honor our history here. They have Hacksaw Ridge here. There's so much history, American history here, as it is due to all the wars. They do. They play the national anthem for America, and they play Japan's national anthem. And we all respect and stand for both.
Right.
Why can't we do that? And I am probably going to be canceled for everything I said, but it's true. Every one of those race of people, whatever nationalities from different countries, they can come to our country and bring all that crap, and we can't exist in our own nation due to it potentially offending someone. I take great issue with that. I think everyone should. This is when you need to make people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Assimilate or go. That's how I think of it.
I wish we could get those kids on an interview to ask them how they felt about that.
Christine's probably watching. I would love to know how they felt about that too, because that's.
Does she know these people?
Fox News. No, but she always can get an interview.
Oh, okay.
Fox News. Cover it. Matter of fact, don't cover it. Let us cover it since they don't.
Yeah.
You want to talk about milquetoast.
And Trump, get those kids to sing when you get voted in as the 40.
Exactly.
As the next president of the United States. Put them up there.
Good man. Let's talk about this debt ceiling because it's causing a lot of stir due to the things agreed to. I'm actually okay with what's agreed to in here because I know the Democrats are going to reject it. In fact, we get to see who voted for and against the bill. So in the House, majority of each party's member, 149 Republicans, 165 Democrats voted to pass the bill. 71 Republicans and 46 Democrats voted against it. 4 members did not vote. On the Senate side, 17 Republicans joined 45 Democrats and 2 Democratic-leaning independents in supporting the measure. 31 Republicans, 4 Democrats, and 1 independent. Bernie Sanders voted against the bill.
Of course it did.
The welfare that would be axed and the student loan forgiveness. And 1 senator did not cast a vote. So what was in this debt ceiling agreement?
Tell us. I want to know.
See, let's go over here. They had a student loan block. They wanted to cut food stamps, and they also run the risk of potentially having some people laid off from their jobs. Now, although I do not think the American people should suffer because of the government's astronomical spending, aka the Biden regime, this is a situation that we're in. They're not going to stop spending. They're also not going to stop sending money back to Ukraine. So student loans should be on the chopping block because it's not a realistic legislation or policy to even be implementing in the first place. You need to pay your debts. You took the debt out. You understand it's something you have to pay. It shouldn't be canceled just because you're choosing a crappy career field that you're not making money to pay the debt off. It sucks, but it's a part of life. What are we going to do? Biden is set to veto this specifically because of the things that I told you that are in the bill. I don't know what's going to happen from here. He's going to veto it because of that. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to see the country default, or do you think they're just going to pass this and nothing will go down?
No, I don't think we're going to see the country default.
You don't think so? So you think they're going to pass this, no problem? So you don't think Biden's going to veto?
No, I think he's going to veto. I think he's going to veto this, but I think they're going to quickly come to a resolution at the last minute or something. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I wish I had done a little bit more time to like document all this, but there was an article that I read that said that we've actually been in this situation 78 times over the course of many years. But there was an article that was like the debt ceiling by president, right? And I thought it was interesting. I'm just going to pull this up really quick because I was like, I wonder, you know, I just want to make sure, you know, we're being fair. Debt by U.S. president. So we have here, we have the highest amount of debt, but from Roosevelt, coming in second by Woodrow Wilson, and then Ronald Reagan, which was interestingly enough.
Oh, wait, he signed the agreement.
Oh, he did?
He's ready to sign it. Oh,
he said that?
Yeah, hold on. I have a video. Uh-oh.
What?
Dun, dun, dun.
We need that soundbite.
His children are probably going to go to school, Jax. He said, wait, how? He said, I'm paying dude's debt, student loans, and I ain't even in school. Tried to manipulate me.
Oh, yeah. What did they say about Social Security in there? A lot of people in the chat talking about Social Security.
If Social Security was in there, I'd miss that. That's usually something we all miss. They sneak Social Security in there. So I guess I'm kind of guilty of not doing a deeper research, but I will, since that was brought up and people would like to know. Let me see if I can find something real quick.
It says, will the debt ceiling affect Social Security? Social Security could be impacted regardless of whether the debt limit is raised in time. That's because some Republican lawmakers have signaled they won't raise the debt limit unless it comes with a Social Security funding cut.
Wait a minute. See, it's so stupid when you get to the articles that actually break it down and you can read it and give the information to people. They put it behind a paywall. Do you guys find that to be very odd that they put these things behind a paywall so that you can't read it? I hate when they do that. Remain uneducated. Like, why do I have to pay to see that?
Steven Crowder.
Watch it. Leave Steven alone. Steven's not even a topic right now. I see what you're doing there.
But somehow he just seems to like slide in there. Just ever so perfectly.
Seniors concerned about the debt ceiling effects on Social Security. ASUSA. All right, let's pull this up.
My son and I get survivor benefits through Social Security. Hopefully it doesn't affect us. Oh man. We'll look at that a little bit deeper, guys.
Yeah, we will. I promise.
Yeah.
This is a very surface level discussion right now. Okay, let me play this video so you guys can see what the commander in sleep had to say.
My fellow Americans, when I ran for president, I was told the days of bipartisanship were over. And that Democrats and Republicans can no longer work together. But I refuse to believe that because America can never give in to that way of thinking. Look, the only way American democracy can function is through compromise and consensus. And that's what I work to do as your president. You know, to forge bipartisan agreement where it's possible and where it's needed. I've signed more than 350 bipartisan laws thus far in just 2.5 years. And now, a bipartisan budget agreement. This is vital because it's essential to the progress we've made over the last few years is keeping full faith and credit of the United States of America and passing a budget that continues to grow our economy and reflects our values as a nation. That's why I'm speaking to you tonight, to report on the crisis averted and what we're doing to protect America's future. Passing this budget agreement was critical. The stakes could not have been higher. If we had failed to reach an agreement on the budget, there were extreme voices threatening to take America for the first time in our 247-year history into default on our national debt. Nothing would have been more irresponsible. Nothing would have been more catastrophic. Our economy would have been thrown into recession. Retirement accounts for millions of Americans would have been decimated. 8 million Americans would have lost their jobs.
Look, listen to me. Listen to me.
He's a mess.
We wouldn't be having this debt crisis if you didn't send all that money to Ukraine and have a ridiculous omnibus bill spending. All the pork you spent at the beginning of this year sending money to Afghanistan and all these other places for gender studies. Listen, I know this was years ago, but your mind has to be sharp, bro. I remember these bills from years ago. I remember reading them. I remember how much spending went on in those bills. Biden is on here banking on the fact that you have forgotten. We wouldn't be having this discussion
because he's forgotten.
He ain't even running a country. This man is not running nothing.
No, but I'm saying Biden has forgotten what he's done. See, that's why he's banking on it because he don't even remember.
You're right. He forgot.
Yeah.
He definitely forgot because I'm just sitting here like we're both making faces, bro. What?
Yeah.
Default would have destroyed our nation's credit rating, which would have made everything from mortgages to car loans to funding for the government much more expensive. And it would have taken years to climb out of that hole. And America's standing as the most trusted, reliable financial partner in the world would have been shattered.
Oh my God.
So it was critical to reach an agreement. And it's very good news for the American people. No one got everything they wanted, but the American people got what they needed.
Like what, Joe? Like what, Joe? Let's get. I can't listen to his mindless rantings anymore. All right, so the debt ceiling suspended until 2025. All right, so it's been suspended until then. Caps on spending, but not defense. They're complaining because they keep giving money to the defense and not anything else, which I don't have a problem with because you need to have a strong military. Okay. They are returning unspent COVID funds. Now, I found that to be extremely funny because they total it to about $30 billion. Now, I'm going to go back after this show to see how much they actually spent during COVID. And we're going to look at their return and find out the difference. And I want to know where the rest of that money is because y'all didn't cure COVID.
Nope.
So what you do with the rest of that money?
Right.
30 billion they've had returned. Okay. Welfare was tinkered with, but no overhaul. They're pretty much trying to toughen up the distribution of wealth benefits by attaching strings that would mean able-bodied recipients having to go work to get food and healthcare help, which I agree with. That is what what's his name? Kevin McCarthy, don't like the dude, but that's one thing that he said we needed to put a stop to get people out of poverty and back into the workplace. Everybody's going to agree with that. They, I guess, use funds to enforce tax rules on wealthy Americans, which was a win for Democrats, securing $80 billion for a decade to help with Internal Revenue Service, IRS, right, to enforce the tax code and last year's Inflation Reduction Act on the riches. So we'll have to go back and look at all this. This is why I say it's important to read the bill so that when they put it here and they reference what they're spending it on versus what they're keeping and then cutting, you get to go back and say, that doesn't make too much sense. Why would we cut spending here, or why are we enforcing these tax rules on the wealthy? Easier energy project permits. I don't really see anything happening with that because Biden doesn't even want to give permits for people to drill right here in our homeland.
Right.
That's why we're having a crisis right now with gas. Things that are not in the deal. This should make a lot of people have a sigh of relief, right? The students. Republicans wanted the Biden's plan to forgive student debt to be rescinded, but it survived. So this debt student loan thing is still looming. But like Biden said, they needed to pass this, right, for the American people. It doesn't matter what you think.
It's been looming for years, though.
Right. Tax hikes, which is in there. They're putting taxes on the rich. I don't know why they say tax hikes aren't in there. Democrats had targeted wealthy Americans for new tax hikes, but there were no new taxes here. But there are funds to enforce tax rules on the wealthy, and you gave $80 billion. And actually, Republicans wanted to dump $80 billion in IRS funding, claiming it would be used to hire an army of agents to audit Americans. The agency said it would also be used to modernize the system. Instead, in showcasing his deal-making skills, Biden agreed to cut $20 billion, but to divert that cash to other non-defense spending. So, I mean, did the American people truly win? Not really. They just have been successful in no longer scaring you or being able to push fear porn. It happens during every election season. All they've done is mismanage funds once again. Hopefully I didn't make it too confusing for you guys.
No, you actually did a really good breakdown. And we'll definitely look into the Social Security thing, but I did want to give a shout out to a channel that I really, really love, by the way, and he gives excellent breakdowns of these types of things. This guy is an accountant, and he's hilarious too. So there's his channel right there. It's Clear Value Tax.
Oh, yeah. I watch him too.
Don't you love this guy?
He's cool.
He's a dope guy. Yeah. So he actually has a video here. Bill passes. Debt ceiling reached, IRS money, student loan forgiveness, and work requirements. And he breaks down everything you need to know. So he's got 2 videos here. So while me and Soonie dig into stuff, feel free to go here. I love this guy's videos. Subscribe to his channel. He's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm sure Liddell, he's more the money guy. Liddell will probably give an amazing breakdown of this as well.
That too.
The debt bill, and maybe I'll join with him. But you guys should tune into the Counter Move to hear more in-depth details about this. This is not my wheelhouse. I understand the economy. I understand all these theories, but it is your job to read, to figure out what these politicians are doing.
Yep.
So fear porn, crisis averted, sure. Reckless government spending, still happening. $20 billion to the IRS for fucking what? To audit Americans for what? Republicans run on Democrats trying to audit Americans, but now you're auditing Americans. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
You know what's weird is today, actually, because I have access to Gabby's email, like I can see her emails that come through. And it said, hey, Gabby, the IRS is having a job fair in Dallas. And I was like, oh shit.
There they go.
They're hiring
to come to your door with those weapons.
Yep, they're hiring. Man, Clear Value Tax is his name.
I sent you one more video for fun. I put it in our chat.
Okay, hold on one second.
Because we love talking about the great
Is this the one that you said you're going to make me react to something? I thought you were going to play something funny for me to react to.
I can't find it.
Oh.
I wanted to do it, but I literally can't find it. I thought I put it in our chat, but I didn't.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Okay. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. But while we wait, right? Because I have to get something pulled up. We do have some awesome merch on sale for you. Please go check out the website because we have some dope Father's Day merch that just got.
Oh, I'm going to actually mute that because I want to get paid off of this video.
Oh, this is an original song.
Oh,
I know.
sorry.
It's an original song.
Okay.
You're good.
I've heard this before. Why have I heard this before?
Because I let you hear it.
Okay. Oh, you let me. Okay.
I did.
Okay.
Go get your Father's Day merch. Truth in the Marketplace. I mean, I said Truth in the Marketplace. Good Lord. TITMmerch.myshopify.com. You can go get some merch. We have mugs up there you can go grab. We have a lot of new things coming up. And I'm going to be putting up some cool hoodies. Maybe during Father's Day to surprise people.
Nice.
Who wants to buy me a Father's Day shirt?
I want to go to our site and look at it. Let's see. What the heck?
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell? Okay. I'm going to send this to you and then pull it up when you get a chance because I want to react to this.
Okay.
Want to react to this.
I heard the little. Oh, yes. Okay. I see what we're doing.
We got to go out with a bang. We have to.
I'll see what we're doing.
It's so easy to dunk. It's so easy to dunk.
Why is it so tiny?
On the late, great Pastor Brian. I wish we had the organ in the back.
Did y'all miss Pastor Brian?
Did you?
Did you? No? I can hear you all saying no, you didn't. But anyways, here we go. Here's a great video for you. Posted by the Pastor Brian.
You're not qualified. Shouts of frustration aimed at the Temecula Valley School Board earlier this month after board members voted 3-2 opposing the adoption of new social study textbooks for its elementary school children.
I've never heard of a top performing district or any district say, you know what, we're going to withhold these materials. 3
school board members are opposed to the inclusion of gay rights activist Harvey Milk in the supplemental material not included in the 4th grade textbook. They were elected last year with the backing of the conservative Inland Empire Family PAC. Milk, who was one of the first openly gay elected officials in the country, was assassinated while serving on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors.
I don't want my 3rd grader studying an LGBTQ issue. I don't want them going into gender ideology. I don't want them looking at it.
The K through 6th grade textbooks are available for viewing at the district office. The curriculum was vetted by 47 Temecula Valley teachers who taught the material in 18 elementary schools this past year.
It was piloted. We followed every policy and procedure. The options were out there for parents. 1,300 families, their kids learned from this curriculum. We did not receive any complaints.
During the school board meeting, the conservative members also made inflammatory statements about Milk, in addition to citing the lack of parental input in the curriculum. This despite the district and school site's 2-month-long effort to solicit input. Now the board could be in violation of the Williams Act, which requires students to have equal access to school materials. But this is not the first time the new school board members have courted controversy. Last year, the 3 voted to ban critical race theory. We reached out to board member president Dr. Joseph Komorowski, whose vote may leave children without a textbook next year. He did not answer our request for a comment. Meanwhile, the school district released a statement that reads in part, "We are also working with the Riverside County Office of Education and California Department of Education to explore next steps if the curriculum is not adopted."
The district has now reopened up the survey so that way they can capture more input from parents.
The Temecula Valley Teachers Association is going to be holding rallies the next 2 consecutive Tuesdays in the hopes of gaining parent support and getting the school board to reconsider its position.
Oh,
now, Pastor Brian, you put on that video. I know y'all saw it. It said, "I thought racism didn't exist in America."
Mm-hmm. Why
Now,
is this racist?
I want you to point out at what point did they make any racist remarks? At what point did they say anything about Black history? What I heard was Harvey Milk being attached to civil rights and parents being upset about that, Pastor Brian.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you keep pushing this grift. Now, I didn't already posted a video of you saying that selling racism is a hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't seen you do nothing but sell racism
The whole time.
It's a hustle.
And wasn't Harvey Milk like notorious for being kind of a pedophile with young
Thank
boys?
you.
Yeah.
So why would we want him taught in school?
He's,
Right.
you know, it's quite odd how fond Pastor Brian is of Harvey Milk, because I believe he quoted Harvey Milk in his announcement about his campaign run.
He did. But he doesn't push the LGBTQ agenda. That's what he told
Right.
me today.
Right.
But you know, I'm going to go over to Instagram and get answers, right? Because now, since I put that video out again, a lot of people are like, Hoppo, who this man? That's a
Yeah.
very problematic video.
Yeah.
Very problematic. And it's not going anywhere. And I told him, I absolutely want you to have zero success as a politician, but have all the success in the world as a man.
Yeah.
Wish you nothing but the best. But I do not think you should be a politician.
Absolutely not.
You're a threat.
Yeah.
You're a danger.
Mm-hmm.
And you are definitely fraudulent when you keep trying to paint racism around every corner. Everything I've seen Pastor Brian post since the end of last year has been racially driven. If you go back and look at his content before this shift, you won't see it. You'll see him speaking out against stuff like that.
Right.
So
really
that's just my
weird.
take on all this. Pastor Brian is lying. And that's why his name is Lion Brian.
I wish he had the guts to come and debate, talk to you about this, because I really want to hear why he is pushing this, why he is saying that this is racist. I found nothing racist about this.
Multiple people who watch. Wait, let me be fair. The white people are lying about being bothered by Harvey Milk. They're using the LGBTQ as a scapegoat, but it's really about the Black history.
No, that's a reach.
It's really about the Black history. Like we're pretending like this hatred towards the LGBTQ is actually hatred towards the Blacks, because for some reason these people think that if you're Black and if you're homosexual, it's one and the same, right? Because you can't choose it. Even though you can choose your sexuality, you can choose to live that way. You can choose not to, and you can choose to live that way. But
I'm just gonna.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just gonna put that up there.
I don't endorse that shit because people like to spread stuff. Listen, all I'm saying is you're not telling the truth. Have an open, objective conversation with people who are giving you pushback and stop deflecting. I was just on the live with Brian. You missed it. I was just on the live with him. He cammed up with me on there. And
With
was
Lion
answering-
Brian?
With Lion Brian. I was live with him.
When?
Probably like 2 hours ago now.
And you didn't send it to me? Or did you?
I was on Sed's live. I didn't even know he was going to pull him up. He pulled him up out of nowhere because he was going back and forth with us in the comments. Of course, he does what he does best. He deflects. I love how there's an entire live about me. And I said, you are a public figure. You have entire lives about other public figures. Don't flatter yourself. We're only talking about you because of things that you do in the public. And it's a valid question. What
Right.
does this have to do with racism? Which he has not been able to answer, and he won't answer. So I'm just going to keep playing that clip of him saying that selling racism is a hustle and then foreshadow his current state. Because, brother, you aren't making any rational sense right now. Like none, zilch, nada. And you keep making it seem like people are jealous of whatever 15 seconds of fame, 15 minutes, 15 seconds, milliseconds, whatever it was. I don't want to be known for manufacturing nothing.
Wait.
What?
Wait a minute. Did you see this? Okay. So I just realized I'm unblocked now from his page because I remember I told you I was blocked.
It says unblocked.
Listen to this though, but look at the caption. It says, I made the biggest mistake in my life by blocking the fuel that keeps me going. Jesus never blocked Judas. He simply told him to go do it quickly.
To go do what quickly?
So basically what he's saying is he's nothing without us. He's nothing without the haters that talk about him because the other people are not talking about him. The only people that talk about him are the people that are calling out his bullshit. So he realized he had to go and unblock a bunch of people so that he could become relevant again.
Where is that video that I made of his saving a black girl from white supremacy? Didn't I put that on Instagram?
I don't remember. You mean the girl that he had the situation with?
Oh, I found it. Hold on.
Oh, Deontay got into an argument with him too?
Yeah, they went live for a bit.
Man, y'all need to send it to me. Those are the lives I want to see.
Well, they're live right now. So as soon as we end this, I want to show this because it's funny. I need to show this.
Okay.
I was cheering for you after you said that. Thank you. I don't mind holding people accountable. Pastor Brian doesn't like that about me. He always tries to deflect, but I knew who you were before the shift. And I remember when Mitch and them used to target the crap out of you for you just simply having a conservative view. Most of us do remember. You want to pretend like it didn't happen? That man used to call you all types of coons and you sell out and you over there kissing his tail.
Okay.
Let's end the show with a biggity, biggity, biggity bang.
Okay.
Now, Pastor Brian, you said right here, you stood up to white supremacy. Now, we gonna reenact this real quick. Don't effing touch me. And then you came to this. Pastor Brian, you did this. What is standing up to white supremacy? Somebody let me know. What is standing up to white supremacy? That's how we're going to end the show. What is standing up to white supremacy? What white supremacy was in the video? This is your second time manufacturing racism, and the second time you done tried it was 10 times worse than the first one, bro. Because I watched that video 4 times, and I don't see the racism. Besides whatever fictitious shit you manufactured in your brain.
Can I just say how cute the music with your like little shadow figure was? I thought that was so cute because you kept like going in and out of the the screen. I couldn't get over that. I was like, oh, that's so cute. do, 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 do. You got to show me how to do that.
It's on TikTok. You got to go on TikTok.
I don't know how to do TikTok.
Oh gosh. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I hope you enjoyed all the information that we gave. I hope you learned something. And I hope you go research everything we said here today, because you should not just take my word for it. I used to end all my shows like that when I first started. Every show I did, I would say, don't take my word for it. Fact check me. And people would fact check me.
That's pretty sweet. We need to have like a closing line like that.
Yeah. Do not take my word for it. You can fact check everything I said here today.
Don't take our word for it.
Oh, you're taking my phrase? Okay.
We're a show together. This is not just Soonie show.
But you have Mo. You have Mind of Mo. I don't get to take that over.
You listen, I've been trying to give you a segment. I've been like, Soonie, we need to do this segment. We need to do that segment. Soonie doesn't want to be.
Your show is my segment, though.
Bitch.
That's not saying. See, look, this is that translation barrier. All I'm saying is I'm not you. I'm not creative to sit there and make those videos unless they just pop up and I'm inspired. But I just don't do that.
Okay.
I don't. You know I don't. If I do something like that, I'll send it and be like, how is this? And I won't post it until she says something back. So miss me.
Dude, you guys, let me just tell you something. And I've already like told Soonie, like I'm alluding to this, okay? There is a... Why am I frozen? Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay. there is an idea that my son gave me that is incredibly inappropriate. Okay. And it's like scary. Like, you know how I always tease that you guys are scared of Soonie? Well, when my son Evan suggested that I do this, I was low-key scared because I was just like, this could be like the defining moment where like our friendship is over. It's a skit that I would do that Soonie wouldn't be in on, so she wouldn't know that I was doing it. But I would be
You
doing
might as well
it.
tell me. 'Cause
I'm
you're not
so
gonna do
scared.
it. You're not gonna do it.
No, I'm really like, I have to like consult a little bit more with Evan about this because this was Evan's idea. And
What is it?
I
If
don't
you're this
know.
worried, maybe you shouldn't do it.
I'm so worried.
What are you scared I'm gonna do? Just like
Just
not
like
talk to you anymore?
No. I want you to find it as hilarious as I found it when I heard it. Because I was like, dude, that's low-key kind of funny. But then there was like some lines that I had to draw. Like I was like, I can't do that part. That's like, that goes further than I needed to go. But
you just need to do it.
it's so funny. And then I was telling Dave about it, and Dave was laughing, but he was like, I don't know. He was like, I don't know. But see, Dave knows you a little bit better than Evan knows you. Evan doesn't care. Like he's one of those people.
What is it? Just tell me now.
I
don't want
can't.
to wait. Nope.
I can't. But you know
Nope.
what? Okay, people in the chat, let me know if there's a way that you guys and me can consult without Soonie being a part of it, because I really need to know. Like, I want you guys to be in on the joke, but I don't want Soonie to be in on the joke. So maybe we should have like a group call, like on my Instagram.
You might as well tell me because they're gonna tell me.
No.
They are. I'm just telling
She
you
said,
now.
Mo trying to get canceled. No, because I want, like, maybe I should just offer it up to like our biggest supporters and be like, what do you guys think about this? Because some of you guys have known Soonie. Christine, I'm for sure going to consult with you because you know Soonie. But like, I need to consult with people who have known Soonie for a long time to see if would I be going too far if I did this. I can't laugh too hard because I'll start like coughing. But would I be going too far if I did this? So, Christine, expect a call from me. And if you tell Soonie, I'll murder you. Kill ya. Okay? I will kill you. Okay, no, I won't kill you. I don't need to be implicated in a crime. I'll be really, really mad. Okay?
She said, okay, no.
Yeah.
Okay, no. What is this? Look, if you are this worried, then you don't need to do it, bro.
I think I'm okay. I'm going to consult with Birdman for sure because he's always supporting us. So I feel like he has input.
Birdman's going to tell me.
No, you better not.
He's going to tell me.
He's not going to tell you because he is going to hear this idea and understand why you can't know. Because even Dave said, maybe you should just tell Soonie and then like do it to fool the audience. But I was like, no, because that would take away from her natural reaction.
No, wouldn't. Give me a vague, very vague.
I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I can't do it.
Yes, you
I
can.
Can't. No, I can't. I can't
Do it right now.
I'm scared. No. It has to be a surprise reaction.
Do it right now.
Inbox me, people in the chat, if you want to be a part of it. Listen, only if you can be trustworthy. And if Soonie messages you and is like, what did Mo tell you? And she tries to bully you into telling
I'm not going to message anything. They're going to tell me off time.
No!
I am a good actress.
Do not tell Soonie. You guys are going to ruin this skit.
Red said, run it.
What does
Let's
that mean?
Go. Spill it. Spill the beans.
She said, run it. No, Red, I'm definitely not telling you. Definitely. Because I know where your loyalty lies.
Bruh.
Yeah. I'm really scared about this one. But what I'm thinking is once I do it to you, you're going to be like, dude, we should do that to other people too. Like we should bring guests on the show and just like get a reaction. It'll become a skit in its own.
So this is something you're going to do live.
Yeah. And you're not even going to know I'm doing it really because we're just going to carry on like normal. It's not going to be like a special segment or anything like that. You're literally not going to know when I'm putting it in.
I hope you don't wait too long.
Why? I can wait as long as I want.
Because you might catch me on a day where you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have did that.
I know, right? See, that's the other thing is I got to be like, hey, Soonie, like call her in the morning time. Hey, how's it? How you doing? How you doing?
I'm dying to know now. So am I.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll get her back.
Okay. I think that, see, that's just it. Is this is going to cause a chain reaction of pranks between you and I. You know what I mean?
But she's scared.
And I really want to find a way to like involve our audience and make them feel a part of the show. So that's why, you know, only if you can show me that I can trust you will I involve you.
All
in
right,
future.
fine. For the sake of the show, right? For the sake of entertainment, I'm just gonna let this ride. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say nothing.
I swear, Birdman, if you say anything, I'm really thinking if I should even tell you now. Soonie will win. Kathy, you don't even know what's going on, and you already declaring Soonie's gonna be the winner? Come on, man. This is not a win-win situation.
Listen, you're getting your prank off with no risk of people telling me.
Oh,
anything.
I'm risking. Trust me. When this finally goes down, you're gonna see why I was so scared.
Now I feel like I just want to scare the shit out of you for the hell of it.
Dude, the trick will be though for me not to laugh.
Mm.
See, that's really where I have to compose myself. Oh, Mad Cow, I know Soonie has a big soft heart. Trust me, I know.
I don't
have
hide
seen
it though.
No, she doesn't hide it.
It's not for the internet. This is
Right.
this is work.
Right.
Do you think I'm ever gonna come on here and like bare my soul and be transparent and talk about girls? No, I'm not doing that. This is work. I don't come on here for friends. I have friends in real life.
Yeah. And no, Judy, I can't ask Liddell because he's known as Saint Liddell, and he's gonna be like, Momo,
why?
You know, I really don't think, yeah, he's gonna be like, why? I really don't think that's a good idea, Momo. That's what he's gonna say.
If Liddell says don't do it, then maybe you shouldn't do it. Anyways,
she will get you back.
You guys help Mo muster up the courage to do this prank. I'm actually a very good sport.
Come on.
And I think we already say off-colored things to each other.
Gas me up, people.
So I don't think it'll be a problem. Unless you just go to a place that you know, I'm gonna look at you psycho.
See, this is what I'm scared about.
Yeah.
I mean, the reason why I'm considering it is because I have heard you say, for you personally, it's no big deal. Like, you think it's funny. So I'm like, okay, well, okay. But it's not what you think. It's not what you think, though.
I think it is what I think.
What, you think that I'm going to be up here saying the N-word? No, I'm not.
No.
No, I'm not.
No, that's way too easy. And besides, you wouldn't do that. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm getting off so that curiosity doesn't kill the cat.
Soonie's about to go live. After party.
I'm gonna go join Deontay's live to now he's mentioning GDP. $22.06 trillion. Oh, they're talking about some boring shit. Yeah, I'm gonna start my own live.
Yeah, start your own live. He's gonna get mad because everybody's gonna drop his live to go to yours.
Should I call it Lion Brian? What should I call it?
Yeah, do something that's gonna get him over to your live so you can have another conversation.
Brian. It's clickbait.
Yep.
Well, there's your answer. I've been watching Soonie for a very long time. She will get you back double. I like that.
Hey, I'm all for the prank wars.
She's all for the prank wars until I exceed her comfort level.
No, because I have a really good sense of humor and I'm super chill.
Lady, you just told me that your feelings react. You do something, that's it. I'm just gonna react. And you really want me to believe that you're chill.
Yeah. I just want to kick off prank wars. And I want our watchers to be in on these things, like depending on, you know, who you want to consult with and who I want to consult with. I may have
consult. I mastermind all this up here.
I may have to like involve some people to like help me instigate. Yeah. To gaslight some shit.
You sure you want to go to war with me of all people on the internet? Are you sure? Go for it. Go for it.
I'm gonna go.
All I'm gonna say is try it. I love it. I can't wait for this to happen.
This might set our show off. Like honestly, this thing that I'm about to do, it's gonna be like on the news. Like two YouTubers
on the news
have a crazy show.
I'm watching you in both places. What's up, guys? We're gonna have an after party over here. I'm actually ending my show on YouTube. We had fun. Mo is planning to effectively end our working relationship and friendship.
Stay tuned.
Over a prank. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? This is what your friends do. They're like, we're friends and you're always going to be my friend. So let me just take it there.
Yeah. Soonie's live.
Ooh, look. I'm live in 2 places.
Let's see how delayed this is. Watch. Let's wait for you to wave. Man,
Hella
that's
delayed.
super. Oh, wow. Hella delayed. That's crazy.
Hella delayed. But it's actually her Texas internet. It's the Wi-Fi you already don't like.
Look at how amazing it is. You only have 4 people watching this because they're all right here. All right. Class is dismissed. Class is dismissed. We will see you guys back on Tuesday for another lesson with Soonie MMO. And in the meantime, fact check us. Don't just believe us or whatever the saying was.
You don't even know the phrase.
Well, teach it to me. I just freaking learned it.
Coining my phrase and then don't even say it. You just butchered it.
What was the phrase?
Is, do not take what I said here today. Right? Don't just listen to me. Go fact check everything I say. Don't take my word for it.
Gotcha. Do that, people. Come back next Tuesday.
Don't take my word for it. Don't take Mo's word for it.
Yeah.
Go fact check. Go prove her wrong on the weave. I want to see somebody do that.
No. Slide in my DMs if you're loyal and you want to be in on this potential troll on Soonie.
This is self-sabotage. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
They say the song's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your permission, and you don't even have to listen. They say the song's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your